Administrative Training Institute Kohima held a 3-day training on office, procedure and management from August 19 to 21. Guwahati Crime Branch has registered an FIR against journalist and YouTuber Abhishek Sharma after a complaint accused him of uploading a video mocking the Assam and Union government. Sikkim University has cancelled the admission of MCOM student Raj Shekhar Yadav after he made disrespectful remarks about the Nepali language. Sri Lanka's former president Ranil Wickremesinghe, 76, was arrested on Friday for allegedly misusing public funds during a personal trip in 2023. Good evening, viewers. This is Marigitan and you're watching English Prime Time. Now the news in detail. Nagaland Chief Minister Dr. Nltv and Assam Chief Minister Himanta Biswa Sarma have agreed to carry out all future activities, including plantation work, together in the disputed area belt along the interstate border. The agreement comes after recent talks to reduce tensions caused by unilateral actions like eviction and plantation drives by Assam in the disputed zone. The deep spread over parts of the 512-kilometer Assam and Nagaland border has often been a hotspot due to land dispute. Both states aim to maintain peace, build trust, and keep the area stable by working together. CM Sarma also denied claims that Nagas try to encroach in Golaghat district and emphasized a new joint plantation drive as a step towards cooperation.
Nagalandor Deputy CMO ahibo 23 tarikhe Sondopateri যাব লাগে একেলগে প্ল্যান্টেশন কৰিম আমি অলপ আগতে তেওঁলোকে অফিচিয়ালি প্ৰেছ ৰিলিজ দিছে কালিৰ পৰা পেপাৰ বিলাকে মোৰ মাথা গৰম কৰি আছে যে নাগালেণ্ডে নোটিছ দিছে উলাই যাব দিছে তেতিয়া মই নাগালেণ্ডৰ CMO কলো যে আমাৰ অসমৰ মিডিয়া এইবোৰ লিখিয়ে থাকিব আপুনি এটা ষ্টেটমেন্ট ইস্যু কৰিব গতিকে এই কথাবোৰ জুনে উলিয়াই থাকে এই মানুহবিলাকৰ কাৰণে ডুবি গৈছো কিমান আৰু মই অকলে যুজি থাকি যে
The Department of Youth Resources and Sports Nagaland has launched a 2-week free training and competition program under the theme Sports for All, running from August 22 to 30 at the Damchen Doi Indoor Shooting Range and SSS Sports Complex, Dimapur. Director Katasoto Sekos attended as the chief case. Around 108 participants are taking part in the program. We'll have a report from reporter Nebul Yepto.
Shooting is something that is probably in our blood, particularly in Naga's blood. It was so nice to hear the history of the formation of NSSA from our chief host today. He talked about the Kohima Rifle Club. When I heard about that, I remembered what my father and his friends used to do during those days. One day I was just going through the records and my father's old files, and I found records of purchasing thousands of .22 shots in the name of Kohima Rifle Club. And perhaps that is what our Sir Yadan was talking about when he would talk about this Kohima Rifle Club. Our people, we all know that when the Britishers came, our people already knew how to make guns. We have heard stories, and that is, I think, that is the reason why gun must have been in our blood. Well, for people of, particularly the Angamis, my tribe, and my village, we encountered gun probably when the Manipuris came to attack our villages. There's a story where, the villagers were told that Manipur people are coming down to attack the village. And when they saw that those days, the Manipuris used to probably have very long hairs. And when they saw that, they informed the village saying that Buri Manukan Kumba hiase, ito Kuri, Buri Kane Kuri Lugine Naga hiase. walking stick long in it. And everybody was just going about their business. Then suddenly when they reached the village, they opened fire. And that was when probably we encountered guns. And we knew the power of guns. Guns have been invented mostly to fight wars. And that has been the trend for very long until the coming of shooting as a sport. And perhaps even other games also portray that. So when you go for competition, I think you have to be like our friend from NOA had stated, you have to be really mentally prepared. And we believe that being mentally prepared is 50% of the game. In every game, not only in shooting, perhaps more so in shooting and archery, where you have to have a lot of concentration to shoot your bullet. The government of Nagaland today, under the dynamic leadership of our Chief Minister, Dr. Nltv, has been doing a lot in the arena of sports. Stadiums in the form of prefabricated materials are being developed across the state. These have been used in order to ensure that the time taken is reduced. And why these indoor stadiums? These indoor stadiums are being developed so that our state, with 60% of the time, the weather not being favorable, needs something to cover the players, the athletes when they play, when our young boys and girls play. So with this in mind,
the Kim Heng-in Union Chimagidima has thanked the Nagaland State Human Rights Commission for its swift action in the custodial death of late Pastor Kim Heng-in, who died at Chimagidima Police Station on October 3, 2023. The commission took so to notice, found police negligence, and ordered Rs 5 lakh compensation for the victim's family, which has been paid. The state government has also started disciplinary action against the officials involved. The union and the family expressed gratitude to those who supported them and praised NSHRC for protecting human rights and ensuring accountability. They urge people to approach NSHRC in case of rights violations for justice and protection. Nagaland Women's Tug of War team comprising 8 athletes and 2 officials left for the 38th National Tug of War Championship in Sriti, Maharashtra starting tomorrow. Led by manager Kezovesa Soho, coach Wemele Tingo and captain Vekenozo Zungwe. This is Nagaland Women's debut at the national event. The Administrative Training Institute, Kohima, held a 3-day training on office procedure and management from August 19 to 21. It was attended by 9 Nagaland Civil Service and 18 Nagaland Secretariat Service officers. The training was conducted by Jitendra Patti, Deputy Director, ISTM, New Delhi. During the concluding session, ATI Director General V. Sashank Shekhar, IAS appreciated officers for their academic merit and urged them to apply the knowledge in public service. He emphasized the need to focus on finding solutions rather than just identifying problems. On August 21, ITBI Bank Secretariat branch in Kohima donated 5 tables, chairs and an LCD unit to Dr. TM Government Higher Secondary School. The items were formally handed over to the school principal, Dr. Chembet Nikikon, on the same day. This donation is part of ITBI Bank's corporate social responsibility under the Vidhan Jayali program, which helped improve school infrastructure and learning resources. The bank's support aims to enhance the teaching environment and promote better education for students in Nagaland. On August 22, the Naga Students Organization replied to the Kachin Wasin Students Association open praise statement dated August 11, appreciating the recognition of injustice faced by innocent Naga civilians from Kachin Independence Army forces. The NSO reaffirmed its rejection of all forced recruitment, whether by NSC and K factions or the Myanmar military, emphasizing that no costs justify coercion. It called for abandoning divisive policies influenced by outside powers and encouraged building a partnership based on trust and equality. The NSO closed by reaffirming its dedication to justice, human rights, and continued cooperation for the shared struggle of the Naga and Kachin communities. Assam Chief Minister Himanta Biswa Sarma announced the approval of Rs 600 crore skill education project in partnership with Dadas Nelco, with Nelco investing 75% and the state government 25%. The project will establish 50 hubs and 500 spokes for training, starting with 10 hubs and 70 spokes in secondary and higher secondary schools under Sarba Shiksha Abhiyan. The Cabinet also approved sanction letters for over 3.14 lakh beneficiaries under the Pradhan Mantri Awas Yojana, and the Cabinet named Ekohadi Flyover, Maharaj Prithu Flyover, to inspire the indigenous community.
টাটা নেলকো আৰু অসম চৰকাৰৰ সমগ্ৰ শিক্ষা অভিযানৰ লগত একেলগ লাগি আমি 10টা ফিউচাৰিষ্টিক ট্ৰেড সেক্টৰৰ ওপৰত আমাৰ হাইস্কুলৰ ল'ৰাবিলাকক যাতে আমি স্কিলিং কৰিব পাৰোঁ এই বিষয়ে আজি আমি এখন ডাঙৰ বুজাবুজিৰ চুক্তি আমি অনুমোদন কৰিছোঁ। শিক্ষামন্ত্ৰীয়ে এই বিষয়ে আপোনালোকক সুকীয়াকৈ এখন সাংবাদিক মেল পাতি আপোনালোকক তেওঁ অৱগত কৰিব, কাৰণ বিষয়টোৰ ওপৰত ইমানেই এটা গুৰুত্বপূৰ্ণ যে তেখেতে আপোনালোকক সাংবাদিক মেল পাতি নিশ্চয় ধুনীয়াকৈ এই বিষয়ে জনাব। আমাৰ ল'ৰা ছোৱালীক আমি ডিজিটেল ইকনমি, আৰ্টিফিচিয়েল ইণ্টেলিজেন্স গোটেই দিশত এই প্ৰকল্পটোৱে কাম কৰিব। টোটেল 600 ক্ৰ'ৰ্ছৰ প্ৰকল্প হ'ব। 75% টাটা নেলকোৱে দিব, 25% অসম চৰকাৰে আগবঢ়াব। ইয়াৰ ওপৰত তেখেতে আপোনালোকক সুকীয়াকৈ সম্বোধন কৰিব। ইয়াৰ পিছত আজি আমাৰ কেবিনেটত ইণ্ডিয়ান ইনষ্টিটিউট অফ মেনেজমেণ্ট অসমক দিয়াৰ বাবে আমি প্ৰধানমন্ত্ৰী নৰেন্দ্ৰ মোদী ডাঙৰীয়াক ধন্যবাদ জনাই আমি আজি এটা প্ৰস্তাৱ গ্ৰহণ কৰিছোঁ। মই অকণমান আপোনালোকক এটা বেকগ্ৰাউণ্ড ক'ব খুজিছোঁ। যেতিয়া ইউপিএ গভৰ্ণমেণ্ট আছিলে তেতিয়া উত্তৰ পূৰ্বক এখন IIM দিয়া হৈছিল আৰু উত্তৰ পূৰ্বক এখন এইমছ দিয়া হৈছিল, কিন্তু দুইটা অনুষ্ঠানে তেতিয়াৰ কংগ্ৰেছ চৰকাৰে শ্বিলঙত কৰিবৰ বাবে সিদ্ধান্ত লয়। IIM খনো শ্বিলঙত দিয়ে আৰু এইমছৰ যিটো নিগ্ৰিমছ বুলি কয় নিগ্ৰিমছখনো শ্বিলঙত দিয়ে। আৰু অসমে তেতিয়া এখন বিচাৰিছিল যে দুখনৰ এখন অন্তত অসমক দিয়ক। তেতিয়া কেন্দ্ৰীয় চৰকাৰে য'ত নেকি আমাৰ অসমতো কংগ্ৰেছ চৰকাৰ আছিলে, দিল্লীতো কংগ্ৰেছ চৰকাৰ আছিলে, তেওঁলোকে নিগ্ৰিমছখনো আনিব নোৱাৰিলে, IIM খনো আনিব নোৱাৰিলে। টাটা নেলকো
Mizoram Excise and Narcotics Department, along with the Narcotics Control Bureau and Border Security Force, seized drugs worth Rs 75 crore in Aizawl on Thursday evening. Officials found 49 kg of methamphetamine and 36 grams of heroin hidden in 2 trucks on National Highway 6A. The drugs are believed to be smuggled from Myanmar. 8 people were arrested and 4 vehicles used for transport were seized. This is the second largest drug bust in Mizoram history, highlighting the state's role as a drug transit point. The accused have been charged under the Narcotic Drug and Psychotropic Substances Act and may face 10 to 20 years in prison and fines up to Rs 2 lakh. Arunachal Pradesh Chief Minister Bima Khandu announced a major reform plan to strengthen Panchayati Raj institutions with a new spice formula: sustainable, participatory, inclusive, comprehensive, and empowerment. The government has given full control over all 29 subjects of the 11th schedule of the Constitution to local panchayats, allowing them to lead development projects in their communities. Budget for BRACE has increased by 308% in 4 years, and 10% of the state's tax revenue is now reserved for these local bodies. Kandu said this move will boost grassroots democracy and make panchayat key players in the state's growth and governance. With this, now we will have a short break. Welcome back, viewers. You are watching English Prime Time. Sikkim University has cancelled the admission of MCOM student Raj Shekhar Yadav after he made disrespectful remarks about the Nepali language. The decision came after an inquiry by the University Disciplinary Committee following complaints from students and faculty. Yadav have posted offensive messages on a WhatsApp group between August 14 and 16, including disrespect towards the Nepali language and independent state. The university vice-chancellor ordered cancellation under university rules, and Yadav was also arrested by Sikkim police and charged under the Paradya Nana Sanhita. The university stressed its commitment to discipline and respect for local culture. The Guwahati Crime Branch has registered an FIR against journalist and YouTuber Abhishek Sharma after a complaint accused him of uploading a video mocking the Assam and Union government. The complaint, filed by 23-year-old Alok Parra from Kaneshpuri, alleged that Sharma accused Assam Chief Minister Himanta Biswa Sarma of communal politics and mocked the concept of Ram Rajya, claiming the government survived only on Hindu-Muslim polarization. The complainant said Sharma's remarks were meant to harm the government's broader communal feelings and create distrust in authorities. The video has reportedly caused concern in Boros area, raising fears it could disturb peace. The Supreme Court on August 22 extended protection to Y. S. Siddharth, Varadarajan and others, barring assemblies from taking coercive steps over a news article linked to Operation Sindur. The court also asked journalists to cooperate with the probe and file a status report. The BCCI on Friday opened applications for 2 vacancies in the Senior Men's National Selection Committee and 4 in the Women's Panel. Eligibility criteria remain unchanged, requiring candidates to have played either 7 days, 30 first-class games, or alternatively 10 ODIs or 20 first-class matches. India all-rounder Shardul Thakur will captain Mumbai in the upcoming Ranji Trophy season, replacing Ajinkya Rahane, who stepped down but will continue as a player. Rahane led Mumbai to the 42nd Ranji title in 2023-24 and an Irani Trophy win this season. Thakur's appointment was expected after he captained West Zone in the Tulip Trophy. Union Minister of State for Youth Affairs and Sports, Raksha Khadesi, attended the Wushu selection trials for the 28th Asian Games held in Srinagar on Thursday, where nearly 200 athletes showcased their skills. Katse praised their participation and highlighted the importance of hosting such events in Jammu and Kashmir to promote sports and nurture young talent.
के 20 एशियन गेम्स के ट्रायल हो रहे हैं और नियर अबाउट 200 से ज़्यादा बच्चों ने यहाँ पे पार्टिसिपेशन किया है। हर राज्य से बच्चे यहाँ पे आए हुए हैं ट्रायल्स देने के लिए और ये बहुत अच्छी बात है कि ये ट्रायल जम्मू कश्मीर में हो रहा है, क्योंकि आज जब हम स्पोर्ट्स कल्चर की बात करते हैं तो जम्मू कश्मीर में भी हम स्पोर्ट्स कल्चर को बढ़ावा देना चाहते हैं। हर घर तक स्पोर्ट्स कैसे हम पहुँचा सकते हैं, इसलिए खेलो इंडिया के माध्यम से नेशनल इवेंट्स यहाँ पे हो रहे हैं, विंटर गेम्स हो रहे हैं। कल यहाँ पे वाटर स्पोर्ट्स का पहला इवेंट नेशनल का यहाँ पे हुआ। तो अलग अलग माध्यम से हम यही प्रयास कर रहे हैं कि जम्मू कश्मीर के विकास के लिए, जम्मू कश्मीर के यूथ के लिए ज़्यादा से ज़्यादा स्पोर्ट्स इवेंट हमारे मंत्रालय के माध्यम से यहाँ पे हम करें, क्योंकि आदरणीय प्रधानमंत्री जी का सपना है कि इस देश को अगर विकसित बनाना है तो स्पोर्ट्स कल्चर को हमें आगे बढ़ाना है, स्पोर्ट्स को हर घर तक पहुँचाना है। और जम्मू कश्मीर की भी अहम भूमिका इस देश को विकसित बनाने में रहने वाली है और यहाँ के यूथ को हमें साथ में लेके आगे बढ़ना है। इसलिए भारत सरकार का प्रयास है कि अलग अलग माध्यम से जम्मू कश्मीर में प्रोग्राम्स यहाँ पे स्पोर्ट्स के लिए जाए और यहाँ के यूथ को स्पोर्ट्स में आगे बढ़ाएं। डेफिनेटली जब नए नीति की हम जब बात कर रहे हैं तो आप देख सकते हैं कि आदरणीय प्रधानमंत्री जी ने यह भी कहा है कि स्पोर्ट्स टूरिज्म को हमें आगे बढ़ाना है। जम्मू कश्मीर एक ऐसी जगह है कि जहाँ पे हम टूरिज्म पहले से टूरिज्म के लिए फेमस है और इसे हमें अगर स्पोर्ट्स के साथ अगर जोड़ते तो डेफिनेटली यहाँ पे जॉब अपॉर्चुनिटी भी बढ़ने वाली, क्योंकि कोई भी इवेंट जब होता है तो होस्ट किया जाता है तो वहाँ पे इवेंट मैनेजमेंट रहा या स्पोर्ट्स साइंस के माध्यम से काफ़ी जॉब अपॉर्चुनिटी यहाँ पे बढ़ सकती है, क्योंकि स्पोर्ट्स का कोई भी इवेंट होता है तो काफ़ी बड़ा इंफ्रास्ट्रक्चर उसके पीछे काम करता है और इसलिए हम जम्मू कश्मीर को फोकस कर रहे हैं कि जम्मू कश्मीर के यूथ इसमें ज़्यादा से ज़्यादा पार्टिसिपेट इसमें आ सकते हैं और ऐसे अलग अलग प्रोग्राम के माध्यम से स्पोर्ट्स टूरिज्म के माध्यम से जम्मू कश्मीर के युवाओं को एक अच्छी
A dispute broke out in Mandoda village, Madhya Pradesh, after a 20-year-old girl went missing. Her father alleged she left with a local youth, leading to a clash between the families. Police have registered a missing person case and are working to trace the girl and the young man while also taking action on the family conflict.
है मोहनपुर इलाके में, तो इसमें कल अपने हुकम सिंह पिता देवचंद गिल द्वारा थाने पे आके रिपोर्ट की गई है कि उनकी बच्ची जिसका नाम बबीता है, उम्र 20 साल, वो ये लोग खेत पे गए हुए थे। उस समय वापस आए जब 1 बजे तो वो घर पे नहीं मिली, वो कहीं चली गई है, जिसमें से गुम इंसान कायम है और उनको ऐसा शक है कि उनके जो पड़ोस में ही रहता है गाँव का राजेश पिता सूरज, वो उनके साथ में चली गई है। तो दोनों बालिग हैं, गुम इंसान दर्ज है और पुलिस उनको ढूंढने का प्रयास कर रही है। मिलने के बाद जो भी उचित वैधानिक कार्रवाई होगी वो की जाएगी। हाँ, उनमें आपस में विवाद हुआ है, दोनों पक्षों द्वारा रिपोर्ट की गई है, जो भी उचित वैधानिक कार्रवाई होगी।
Ishan Kandi, a shooter involved in firing over 2,000 rounds outside the brand Big Post. OTD winner Elvi Shadaf Kurukram Mohammed Akas 17 was arrested early Friday near Faridabad after a brief police encounter in which he was shot in the leg. Kandi, a Faridabad resident and linked to the ball gang, which claimed responsibility for the attack, citing Yadav's promotion of a betting ape opened fire at officers trying to stop him, prompting police to return fire and detain him. CCTV footage reportedly captured Kandi during the incident, and he remained hospitalized pending interrogation. India women's left-arm spinner Kohar Suldana has retired from all forms of cricket, calling it the greatest honor to represent the country. The 37-year-old played 50 ODIs and 37 T20s from 2008 to 2014 and made a comeback in the 2024 and 2025 Women's Premier League with the Warriors. Suldana took 66 ODI wickets and 29 T20 wickets, featuring in the multiple World Cups, and is now a BCCI Level 2 coach. The Supreme Court on Friday modified its August 11 directive, allowing sterilized and vaccinated stray dogs to be released back into their original areas in Delhi NCR, except those infected or suspected of rabies and aggressive dogs.
It's a very balanced order. अच्छा ऑर्डर है. उन्होंने ये कहा है और सबसे बड़ी बात उन्होंने सारे स्टेट्स को इन्वॉल्व कर दिया इसमें सुओ मोटो कि सिर्फ दिल्ली नहीं है. दिस विल कवर ऑल द स्टेट्स. That's a very thoughtful, remark that they have made, the observation that they have made. और फीडिंग एरियाज के बारे में उन्होंने कहा कि एमसीडी एक फीडिंग स्पॉट्स बनाएगी. And people will not be allowed to, give food on the streets. And yes, सबसे बड़ी बात तो यही है कि relocation, a big no-no to relocation. So they have said that whichever dogs will be sterilized, will be neutered, will be brought back to the same place from where they have been picked up.
ये जो 25,000 का और जो 2 लाख का ऑब्जर्वेशन है ऑर्डर में, ये है उन एनजीओज के लिए और उन इंटरवीनर्स के लिए जो सोमोटो में इंटरवीन किए हैं. ये कोई कॉमन आदमी के लिए नहीं है कि एक कॉमन आदमी अगर कोई ऑब्स्ट्रक्ट किया है, इट इज़ नॉट रिलेटेड टू दैट. इट इज़ ओनली उसी का है जो लोग इंटरवीन किए हैं सोमोटो में और जो एनजीओज इंटरवीन किए हैं सोमोटो में. इंटरवीनर्स को 25,000 रुपये और 2 लाख रुपया उन एनजीओज को जो सोमोटो में इंटरवीन किए हैं. उसका पर्पस क्या है, दैट ऑर्डर देख के पता चलेगा. मुझे तो ये लगता है, और ये उन्होंने कहा कि जो ये पैसा रजिस्ट्रार जनरल के उधर जो इधर जमा करेंगे, दैट विल बी यूटिलाइज फॉर द वेलफेयर ऑफ दीज स्ट्रे डॉग्स ओनली. उनके शेल्टर होम में बनाने के लिए काम में आएगा या उनके फॉर देयर बेटरमेंट काम आएगा. हाँ, अगर आप ऑब्स्ट्रक्ट करते हैं from not allowing the authorities to perform their duty, so then they said that can उसको by law जो procedure है उसको follow कर सकती है authority. But they have at the same time also I think उनका ये भी clarity है order में कि you can't randomly hold anyone कि जी आप मतलब कुत्ते को तो आप आइडेंटिफाई करेंगे ना, ये डेंजरस है नहीं है. ये चीज उसके अंदर आई थिंक इट हैज बीन टेकन केयर ऑफ. वो डिटेल्ड ऑर्डर है उसके अंदर. आई एम श्योर द कोर्ट मस्ट हैव टेकन दैट इनटू कंसीडर.
तो आज मेरे साथ
Senior IBS officer Sadish Kolja took charge as the 26th Commissioner of Delhi Police on Friday, succeeding SPK Singh, who served just 21 days. A 1992 page Akhmud Khatri officer, Kolja will serve till April 2027. Known for his firm handling of the 2020 Delhi riots, he replaces Singh, believed to have had the shortest tenure as police chief. Kolja becomes Delhi's 26th CB. A man scaled a wall of Parliament early Friday morning around 6:30 am but was caught by security and handed over to police. Officials said further investigation is underway. A man was detained on Friday for shouting slogans during Delhi Chief Minister Rekha Gupta's public event in Gandhinagar. Security personnel quickly removed him from the venue, and this was CM Gupta's first public appearance after a recent attack on her at the Civil Lines camp office on Wednesday. The attacker in that case was a 41-year-old man who allegedly assaulted her during a Jan Sunwai program. Police are investigating both incidents. China strongly opposed the Trump administration 50% tariff on Indian goods. Chinese Ambassador Xing Feihong said that staying silent or accepting such actions only encourages the bully. He emphasized that China supports India in protecting fair trade under the World Trade Organization. Xu highlighted the importance of Prime Minister Narendra Modi's upcoming visit to China for the Shanghai Cooperation Organization summit on August 31 and September 1. Regarding border issues, Xu said these should be handled separately from overall India-China cooperation and noted progress after recent talks between the two countries. Xu also invited more Indian companies to invest in China and asks India to provide a fair business environment for Chinese film. The Supreme Court on Friday revised its earlier order on stray dogs, allowing sterilized and vaccinated dogs to be released back into the original areas in Delhi NCR. It also directed municipal bodies to create dedicated feeding zones in each ward. A 48-year-old teacher, Praveen Jha, was allegedly beaten to death on Thursday night after a fight over a parking spot. The incident happened after Praveen had an argument with Adarsh Singh, a chief marketing officer at a private company. Adarsh then called two other men from Jamboli, and the three attacked Praveen using bricks and a rod. Praveen was seriously injured and taken to the hospital, where doctors declared him dead. All three accused have been arrested, and CCTV footage confirmed the involvement of three people.
थाना बेलूपुर में एक सूचना प्राप्त हुई थी जिसमें एक मातृछाया अपार्टमेंट्स में दो पक्षों के बीच में पार्किंग को लेकर लड़ाई झगड़ा हुई थी और उस मारपीट में एक पक्ष जो प्रवीण कुमार झा हैं इनको गंभीर रूप से चोट आई और तत्काल इसको हॉस्पिटल भेजा गया था, लेकिन हॉस्पिटल में डॉक्टर्स द्वारा इनको मृत्यु घोषित किया गया था और उस घटना में इन्वॉल्व जो दूसरे पक्ष हैं तत्काल वो मौके से फरार हो गए थे और सीसीटीवी छानबीन में ये पता चला कि घटना में 3 लोग संलिप्त थे, जिसमें मुख्य आरोपी आदर्श सिंह, इन्होंने इनका 2 दोस्त चंदौली से इनको बुलाया गया था इसको जान से मारने के उद्देश्य से और जैसे ही ये हम पहुंचने के बाद ये मृतक के साथ ऐसा गंभीर मारपीट की है जिस वजह से इनको मृत्यु हुई है। सर, क्या ये जो 3 आरोपी है अभी वाराणसी में कोई एडवर्स एंट्रीज नहीं है, कोई एफआईआर नहीं है, लेकिन ये जो 2 लोग बाहर से आए हुए हैं चंदौली से उनका कोई क्रिमिनल हिस्ट्री है कि नहीं वो चंदौली से डिटेल्स निकाला गया। मृतक के बैकग्राउंड क्या? जो मृतक है एक प्राइवेट स्कूल में एक टीचर के रूम में काम करते थे और जो अभियुक्त थे मेन अभियुक्त आदर्श सिंह है एक प्राइवेट कंपनी में एक चीफ मार्केटिंग ऑफिसर के रूप में काम करते थे। ये अक्सर पार्किंग को लेकर दोनों के बीच में बहसबाजी होती रहती थी, मारपीट लड़ाई झगड़ा होता रहता था। कल ये 2 लोगों को बाहर से बुला के इनको जान से मारने के उद्देश्य से इनको बुला के इनके साथ घटना की है।
Sri Lanka former President Ranil Wickremesinghe was arrested on Friday for allegedly misusing public funds during a personal trip in 2023. Wickremesinghe is accused of using state money to travel to England in September 2023 to attend a convocation ceremony of his wife, Maturi. Authorities had earlier questioned his staff members regarding the expenses related to that trip. An investigation is ongoing. The UN has warned that Syria remains at risk of renewed conflict despite a fragile ceasefire holding in Sweden since July 19. UN convoy Geir Pedersen told the Security Council the country's transition is on a knife edge following President Assad's ouster, clashes between Trees militias and Sunni tribes, plus Israeli airstrikes had shaken the region last month. The UN urged disarmament of non-state forces and major reforms as humanitarian needs grow. Only 14% of the 2025 aid bill has been funded. The United States has stopped issuing work visas to foreign commercial truck drivers, Secretary of State Marco Rubio announced on Thursday. The move is effective immediately, and Rubio stated that the growing number of foreign drivers on American roads is endangering lives and affecting job opportunities for U.S. truckers. Officials have not yet revealed how many foreign truck drivers are currently employed in the country. In recent months, the Trump administration has begun enforcing a rule requiring truck drivers to be proficient in English reading and speaking skills. The Department of Transport said this measure aims to enhance road safety as language barriers have been linked to traffic accidents. Former President Donald Trump has sent 2,000 National Guard troops to Washington, D.C. as part of a federal crime crackdown, calling it a victory for public safety. Critics, including Democrats and local leaders, condemned the move as politically motivated and harmful to minority communities. In a 5-4 ruling, the U.S. Supreme Court allowed the Trump administration to proceed with $783 million in cuts to NHI research grants tied to diversity, equity, and inclusion programs. The decision leaves a lower court block despite opposition from Chief Justice Rob Ford and the Liberal Justice Amy Coney Barrett cast the deciding vote. 4-5 SC ruling favor cuts. Israeli PM Benjamin Netanyahu has ordered immediate negotiations to secure the release of hostages in Gaza, even as Israel ramps up its offensive on Gaza City. This follows approval to mobilize 60,000 reservists for an expanded assault under Operation Gideon's Chariots. Netanyahu said defeating Hamas and freeing hostages go hand in hand, though details remain unclear. A coalition including the UK, France, Germany, Australia and Japan urged Israel to grant immediate independent foreign media access to Gaza, condemning attacks on journalists. Israeli Defense Minister Israel Katz warned of Gaza City potential total destruction unless Hamas surrender and free hostage. The statement follows PM Netanyahu green light for a major military push into Hamas' less urban stronghold. That's all for today English Prime Time. For more news and updates, keep watching Nltv.